Aloha! Ron here with you with Holoholo Adventures, and today we're going to make this thing naked for the first time. So when you buy a Jeep, each one of these come with a little toolkit like this. This is everything you need to break it down. Oh, make sure you put the windows down first. So after you roll down your windows, you're going to then want to shut your doors and then use the Torx T50 bit. It is the smaller star-shaped bit to take the bolts off the doors. A lot of the YouTube channels I watch doing this will show them taking each door off completely individually, but I don't like switching from my T50 to my Torx T40 bolt for every door, so I like to go through and just remove all the bolts off the door with my T50 first. For me, it just allows me to keep track of all the bolts, and then also I feel like it's a little faster because you're not switching through the bits every time. But you can do it either way. Just wanted to let you know that the doors will not fall off if you do it this way. So as you're removing the bolts, you can store them on the back passenger side seat. All you have to do is lift up the seat, and then you will see a black lid that has all the symbols of where the bolts go. So just place the bolts there. There are a few bolts that do not fit in this compartment. I like to store them in either in the glove compartment or the cup holders. So for this part, you're going to want to grab the Torx T40 bit. It's going to be the long star-shaped bit. And this bit's going to be used to take the bolt out of the doorstop. So one thing I almost forgot when I was removing the door stopper is to disconnect the wiring harness and everything. So you just pull it straight back to get to the wiring harness and then disconnect that. For the doorstop bolts, there's not going to be a place in that bolt holder I showed you earlier. So these ones, I like to throw them in the glove compartment so I don't lose them. So what you'll want to do is push up on the little red tab with your set of keys, and then use that key to push up on the white area. It'll be a little difficult and have some pressure, but with enough force you'll get it off. And it is the same on the driver's side door as well. After you get the wiring harness removed, then you just pull the strap off the little clip that it's strapped in. You'll want to do this all before you get the doorstop removed. I made the mistake of removing the doorstop first and then messing with the wiring harness and everything. This caused the doorstop to go into the door and was a pain to pull back out. This process will also be repeated on the driver's side door as well. Once you get this bolt removed, you'll want to put it in your cup holder. There's no bolt holder for that in the back seat. And then put your arm through the window, lift up, and pull away. The door will remove. After you get the door removed, you can snap that little panel back in place to hide the wiring. So with the back door, you're going to remove this little panel. The wiring is a little easier to remove on this one. It's not such a stiff clip like the first one. So you're just going to push a little button and pull down and it pops right out. And then again, make sure to take the strap off first before removing the doorstop. Once you get the doorstop bolt removed, again, put it in a safe and secure place, and then put your arm through the window area, lift up, and then pull the door away. Process will also be the same process for the other back passenger door. To give you a better view of lifting up the door, you stick your hands through. There is a little area where you can put your hand to lift up. Just lift up and pull away. So once you get the doors removed, you'll want to come in and take off the freedom tops. So what you're going to do is pull the visor down and then pull this clamp down. From there you'll remove these tabs. This will be done on both sides of the vehicle. And then again on the passenger side, pull the clamp down and move these tabs to the side. So it does come with this storage bag for the front freedom panels. So what you want to do is remove the driver's side freedom panel first and then place it in the bag, and then remove the passenger side and place it in the bag. Here you're just going to lift it up and it comes right off. You put them in the bag, you just zip it up and then store them wherever you want. So if your Gladiator has heated back windows, this is where the wiring harness is going to be. And what you want to do is pop it off and then pull this little red tab and pull the wiring harness out. Make sure to do this before removing the bolts and trying to remove the top, because you could end up breaking the harness. Besides the bolts that you have in the top to remove, you will also have two on the outside up here that you will need to remove to get the back roof off. For these bolts, you're going to want to use your T50 Torx bit. Again, that's the smaller star looking bit. And then lastly, don't forget to go on the roof and remove the two bolts. So some of the reviews you'll see, they'll say that this is a two-person lift. It would make it much easier, but as you see here, there's not that much effort in doing it as one person. The roof's pretty light. I would say though, trying to put it back on as one person is a little bit more difficult, but taking it off is pretty easy. So she's looking pretty good so far. I'm loving it, but I'm not done yet, because now we got to take the window down. So the first step into flipping the windshield down is taking off the wipers. So first you'll remove the black caps. These can be a little stiff. Before this, I actually had to use like a small little screwdriver and slip it in there because they were kind of stiff, but after that they were a little bit easier to get off. And then once you do this, you're going to take your 15mm socket, and that's what you're going to use to remove the bolts on the wiper. After you remove the bolts, then you just pull the wipers right off. Sometimes they can be a little stiff, so if you have a little bit of difficulties, that's not anything unusual. So once you get the wipers removed, you'll go inside the cab to remove 4 bolts, 2 on each side of the cab. Both are located on the door side, and then flip the visor over and locate it in the center. Once you get these bolts removed, then you can flip the windshield down. To remove these bolts, you're going to use your T40 Torx bit. Again, this one is the longer star-shaped bit. This will be the bit that you use to remove the bolts. So once you get the bolts removed and stored, be gentle. It is glass and everything, so flip it forward. There's also straps that are made for this, so you can actually hold the window down, but the truck doesn't come with the straps, so it just lays there free. I would not drive very fast with it. I wouldn't go anywhere over possibly 30 miles an hour for suggestion, and then also make sure it's not a strong wind that day.
Hey, so what do you guys think? Yeah? What you think, Mia? It's cool. You guys ready to go? Yeah. Let's go.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope the information was useful. If you like these kind of videos, please comment down below. I do have several other projects in mind in the near future. 2 of them being putting on a front steel bumper and a leveling kit. And like always, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. Mahalo.